Following the Speaker's outburst on Thursday and the subsequent issuance of parliamentary summons to the Minister of Finance, the Majority Chief Whip, Frank Anadompre, addressed the press to question the conduct of the Speaker on Friday morning.
You recall the Speaker had ruled that he's giving directive that unless the Finance Minister comes to the House to more or less render an account of monies released in relation to COVID, they will not be allowed for that agreement or motion to be taken. I also felt it was a bit unfortunate because, and here I'm choosing my words and expressions carefully, the Speaker has no persona on his own. For those of you who have followed Parliament, such decision has to be the sense of the House. So he communicates the sense of the House, but he cannot communicate his own decision, especially where the Speaker is not a member of Parliament. So we are members of Parliament. The Speaker is presiding and is expected to convey a sense of the House. The sense of the House at that time, material time, was that the question should not be put. But it wasn't that, unless the Finance Minister comes to the House to render account, we will not. Nobody is shying away from accountability. But for a statement of fact, I am saying that that was not. And I think that we have to correct that impression. And when Majority Leader returns, we are going to engage the Speaker.
The Speaker of Parliament, Alban Bagbin, during proceedings also took issue with the leadership of the majority for publicly questioning some of his utterances in relation to Parliament's finances.
It's important that when the Speaker speaks from the chair, the leader of the House, that is the leader of the members of Parliament, is not seen to be the one countering what the spokesperson of the arm of government says. And if they want us to give documentary evidence about the non-funding of the House for this year, we will provide them. So when I heard that the leader of the House has gone on air to say that what I said is not true, it saddens me. In response to what I said yesterday, the government proceeded to release money yesterday quickly to the House to enable the House function. There's evidence to that, and that is on record.
The President last week presented a constitutionally mandated report on a list of his staff to Parliament. MP for North Tongue, Samuel Okujeto-Ablakwa, has been raising concerns about the content of the report.
Here we have somebody at the presidency whose full-time job is church relations manager. I mean, and you see, it is troubling that we are seeing public office being distributed like confetti under our current economic conditions. Don't forget that we are currently having a cost of living crisis. This is a period where virtually every sector you see arrears. In this House, the Right Honourable Speaker complained only yesterday about running this place on arrears and that government releases have not been forthcoming. You have District Assembly Common Fund, GET Fund, National Health Insurance, all in arrears. You have National Service personnel who have arrears. They've not received their allowances. School feeding caterers, road contractors, NAPCO workers, 7 months, 8 months and counting, they have not been paid. So you see an economy that is struggling. So many people, who have legitimate demands on the government. The government cannot meet those demands. And yet, we are seeing these positions, church relations manager. At that same page 15, you have diaspora church mobilization. What is that? And you have here, the name is, I don't know if the FR stands for Father, Nana K. Ellis. Diaspora church mobilization. What do we need to mobilize the church in the diaspora for? What really is the mission? What's the agenda? One would have thought that even if we want to create new positions at the presidency, looking at our current challenges, I thought I would see more economists, for example, to beef up the economic management team that has showed over the years that they are overwhelmed. And it's clear that we need fresh ideas.
To the activity surrounding the MPP regional elections, most of the members of the majority actually left Parliament early today to join their regions where the elections are taking place, which sort of affected the vibrancy and the level of activities in the House. Reporting for City News from Parliament, my name is Duke Mentopoko.